All right, students, welcome back to the next step in the cutting board process. We are here at our drill presses. So we've got our Powermatic drill press here and our tried and true General over here. So these two are set up. This one has a very small 1/8 of an inch drill bit installed in here in the chuck. And over here we've got our larger Forstner style drill bit that is 1.5 inch diameter. So in general, you can choose the size you want, but most people choose to do a 1.5 inch diameter hole kind of on the corner of their cutting board. So first step would be to lay out exactly where you want your hole. You can measure side to side, make sure it's symmetrical, make marks on each side so you have a little plus sign, a center point where you need to drill your hole. Now remember, the ideal hole will have no tear out on either side. In order to get that, one of the best ways to do it is to start by drilling a small pilot hole right down the center. That's what this smaller drill bit in this machine is for. After the small pilot hole is drilled, I can take my board over here, line up my drill bit with the center of that pilot hole, drill through half the thickness on one side, flip it over, and then drill through the other half on the other side. That will help you to prevent any tear out from happening on your board. So I'm going to go ahead and start right over here with the General machine that I have a 1/8 inch drill bit set up in. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up on the lines that I have drawn. I'm going to get this down close here, turn on the machine, and I'm going to drill this pilot hole. All right, I'm going to turn it off, wait for that to stop. Okay, and then you will notice I have a nice little hole drilled through right there. It goes through both sides. Now that hole is going to be my guide when I flip it over to do the other side. So let's step over here to the Powermatic drill press. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my fence first to make sure this is lined up right where I want it. I can kind of drop this down to line it up. Okay, right there looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the lever down on this fence. Keep this in line. I'm going to make sure I'm still lined up. I want to be right in the middle of that pilot hole. Then I'm going to go ahead and turn this on and drill my hole on about halfway through. I'm going to stop right there. If you'll notice, I have drilled through about half the depth of this board. Then I'm going to come back, I'm going to flip it over. Once again, I'm going to line it up with my pilot hole. And then I'm going to go ahead and drill through the last half of that. So here we go. I've made it all the way through. Now you'll see we've got a hole that goes all the way through the board. We got nice clean edges with no tear out on either side. That looks great. So now once you've completed the drilling the hole step, we will be ready to move on to the bandsaw where you'll be able to cut and round over your corners.